As Thomas Frank begins life at Tottenham Hotspur, it is time for Spurs to get active in the transfer market. Are Spurs on the verge of signing their first player in Kota Takai? Is it time up for Richarlison at Tottenham? Could Antoine Semenyo be on his way to the lane? What is the latest news on EZE? And is it adios for Christian Romero? Yes guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today the transfer videos are back and there's quite a lot to speak about in this video. Players potentially signing to potential departures. So yeah, make sure to smash a like, subscribe, and let's get into the video. Okay then, and the first player we are going to speak about is Kota Takai. And it looks like he might be the first player that is going to be signed under Thomas Frank. As Fabrizio Romano gave us the here we go a few days ago. And his latest tweet about Kota Takai, which was pretty much a week ago, he said Tottenham agree a $5 million deal with Kawasaki Frontale to sign the 2004-born Japan international centre-back Kota Takai, record fee ever received for a Japanese player from the J League, and that is according to a source called Sponic Soccer. Can't really pronounce that, so apologies if that is wrong. But yeah, I mean, I don't really know too much about Kota Takai. I mean, he's young because obviously he was born in 2004, so that makes him what, 2000. I mean, I don't know. I think he's around, like, he'll be around in his early 20s. So yeah, he has a lot of talent and a lot of development ahead of him. I mean, whether he'll get into the first team, I don't know. I mean, obviously I remember we signed Yang Min Hyuk from like a Japanese team, and of course he went on loan to QPR, so I don't know if he'll actually be in the first team. I mean, you never know with Romero potentially going. Maybe he could replace Romero, who knows, but I don't really know much about the bloke. But yeah, I mean, we'll have to see what happens when he gets announced. Okay, then now let's speak about Richarlison, as according to Team Talk, Richarlison has now emerged as a target for Galatasaray, and Spurs are said to have given the green light for the frontman to join them. Tottenham are open to a loan or permanent deal for the Brazilian striker. Now, I'm not really sure how reliable Team Talk are. I mean, I do remember about all the links with Richarlison going to the Saudi League, and literally Richarlison just came out and said the links aren't true. So whether he'll come out and say this potential transfer to Galatasaray is false, I don't really know. But I think for me, I think it's time for Richarlison to go, to be honest with you. I mean, he's just so consistently injured. Like, he'll play like 4 games and then he'll just get injured again. He'll come back, play about another 4 games, and he'll just get injured again. So I do think it is time to sell him. I do like him, but it's just too injury prone, which is kind of a bit disappointing, to be honest, because I think he would have been a good player. I was excited when he first was announced, obviously when we signed him from Everton, because I thought he would have been really good, but he just keeps getting injured all the time. And I mean, Galatasaray is not a bad club to go to, but yeah, I mean, if this is the end for Richarlison, then thank you very much. Okay, then now let's speak about the Bournemouth and former Bristol City man Antoine Semenyo, as according to David Ornstein, Tottenham Hotspur have made an inquiry to Bournemouth about forward Antoine Semenyo, but are not proceeding with a move for the Ghanaian forward at present. Bournemouth value Semenyo at £65 million. Now, I wouldn't mind Semenyo. I think he's a very good player. Of course, we have been linked with a lot of talented winging players. I mean, obviously, I could speak about some other people who are like Semenyo in another transfer video, but like I said, I wouldn't mind Semenyo. I think he's a good player. I mean, from what he's done at Bournemouth, you know, he's done well there. I think especially last season he was quite good. The season before he was decent as well. And I mean, if you look at Frank's system, you know, he'll be like on that wing. He'll be on the wing, and then when we win the ball back and regain possession, the ball will go up to him, and then he'll just drive at the defence, which I think he's more than capable to do, because we've seen it at Bournemouth. And I like Semenyo. He's a good player. I like Bournemouth as a team. I think they've got some very good players. And I mean, I know they've already lost Kirkhead. I mean, they might be losing Zabani as well to PSG, which is kind of mad, to be fair. But I mean, I think Bournemouth will want to try and hold on to Semenyo. But if we do get him, I think that'll be a good signing. Okay, then now let's talk about Ebery Eze, and of course the last kind of update about Eze and Spurs. I think I did see this the other day. That apparently we've like backed off our interest in something in Eze, which I don't really get, but I did screenshot this tweet from 5 days ago. And according to Mysterio via the Spurs ITK hub, Tottenham are looking increasingly likely to pulling the trigger for Eze. Apparently this will happen after June the 30th. I mean, it is actually June the 30th today, so you never know. Maybe we might stepping up our interest. But yeah, it says we're going to pull Eze's trigger after June the 30th, and then we're going to start paying his instalments, and then move on to his like financial stuff and stuff like that. But I mean, like I said, I think most Spurs fans would love Eze to come to Tottenham. Eze, you know, is a very good player. Can play out on the wing. Can play in the number 10 role. Eze's just a good player. I mean, he's that good. He is just an absolute talented footballer. And if he comes to Tottenham, I would be very, very happy, because I really like him, and he's a very good player. But I also did see the other day that apparently Arsenal have added Eze to their potential list of left wingers. So and I mean, from looking at, you know, this potential battle between us and Arsenal to sign Eze, it looks like Arsenal just that little step ahead at the minute. But after today, if we can maybe start stepping up our interest in Eze, maybe he might join Tottenham, who knows. But I love Eze to sign for us. I think he's an absolutely brilliant player. So yeah, put in the comments, Spurs fans, would you want Eze to join Tottenham? Because I know I would. And finally, let's talk about Christian Romero. Of course, there has been lots of stuff going around about him. Obviously, there was potential of him leaving if Ange left. Obviously, Ange has left. But I did see that apparently Frank wants to keep Romero. But apparently the latest update is that an agreement in principle has been reached for Christian Romero to join Atletico Madrid from Tottenham Hotspur. This is according to Fernando CZ, I can't pronounce that last name. Fernando CZYZ. Both clubs are apparently nearing an agreement for 55 million with 10 million in add-ons, so 65 million quid. So yeah, I mean, the problem is that I think Romero is just a type of player that Atletico Madrid want. You know, he's a warrior. He'll get stuck in. Romero is just an Atletico Madrid player. You know, you look at Romero, you watch him play, you think he just reminds you of an Atletico Madrid player. And if Atletico do get him, that's a good signing for them. But obviously, we want to keep Romero. He's literally one of our best players. You know, he's such an important player for us, and I think if we lose him, it'd be a massive, massive loss if we do sell him. Hopefully we don't sell him, because, you know, he's a very good player. I mean, him and Van de Ven have got probably one of the best centre-back partnerships in the Premier League. You know, them two together are just absolutely unreal. And I just don't want us to sell Romero. But if he does leave, then, like I said, I think it'll be a good signing for Atletico Madrid. I think he's a player that would suit Diego Simeone's system. But yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, he doesn't go. But I think if we had to make a prediction here, I think he would. I think most people would lean for Romero to leave, and it would be sad if he goes because he's a brilliant player. But we'll have to see. But we'll have to see. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to end the video now. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next transfer video.